Each of us has a tomb within us. It's a part of our life that's grown cold, silent, and sealed shut. Maybe it's a dream that you've given up on, a relationship that feels dead, or even a version of yourself that you haven't seen in years. Most of us think that God only shows up to help the living. But what do we do when our own story feels over? I want to talk about that. Hi, I'm Howard, pastor of the Roseville New Church, and welcome to Spiritual Shorts. In the Gospel of John, we are told a man named Lazarus was sick, and then finally, Lazarus is dead. 4 days in the tomb, we're told, long enough that everyone agreed this is over. And yet, the Lord delays, not because he doesn't care. The text is clear. Jesus loved Mary, Martha, and Lazarus. But love in the Lord's hands, it doesn't always hurry to prevent pain. Sometimes divine love allows these states of spiritual death so that a new, better life can follow. Love waits until a deeper work can be done. When the Lord finally arrives, Martha meets him with words many of us have prayed. Lord, if only you had been here, my brother would not have died. She's looking for a miracle in the past or a resurrection in the future. But Jesus is the architect of the human spirit. He gently redirects her hope to immediate present. I am the resurrection and the life. Not I will be, I am. The story isn't just about a miracle 2,000 years ago. It's about what happens now when something within us has lost its life. Lazarus represents the Bethany, the town within us, those parts of our lives that have grown cold through despair or spiritual inertia. In our world today, that spiritual inertia often looks like the glow of a smartphone in a dark room. You think about the doom scrolling, the endless loop of content designed to anger us or bait us into a reaction. When we are caught in that cycle, we aren't truly living. We're simply reacting. We are being fed by the algorithms rather than being led by the Spirit. And our will pays the price. It becomes paralyzed. We are, in a very real sense, buried in an endless stream of noise. Standing before that tomb, the one filled with our distractions and our discarded intentions, the Lord weeps. He sees the life you were meant for, and he sees the inertia holding you back. And then he gives a command. Roll the stone away. Notice he doesn't do that part for them. The stone, it represents our hard-heartedness, our excuses, and the habits we use to numb ourselves. The Lord asks us to participate, not by our own power, but by the strength he provides. He asks us to move what blocks the light and to look up. Then comes the call that still echoes. Lazarus, come out. This is a summons to the will. But coming out doesn't just mean willpower. It's about allowing the spiritual truths of the Lord to breathe life into our deadened intentions. Real life happens when our desire to do good meets the light of truth. And Lazarus comes out, but he's still bound. Unwrap him, Jesus says, and let him go. Awakening is this kind of a process. These Lazarus moments happen repeatedly throughout our lives. Every time we allow love and truth to revive a deadened part of our mind, we are being raised. We do the work of shedding the old grave cloths of past habits, one layer at a time. The raising of Lazarus reminds us that no matter how long we've been in the tomb, the Lord's compassion is greater. If something in you feels sealed away today, well, hear that voice. It isn't calling you to wait for the last day. It's calling you now. Come out of the tomb of ego. Come out of the darkness of despair. Come out into a life of service and love. The Lord has spoken. You are not meant for the grave. You are meant for the land of the living. God bless you, and thank you for joining me for this episode of Spiritual Shorts.